It is homecoming season, and in tonight's News 8 Throwback, we're taking it back to 1983 when San Diego State returned to its homecoming traditions.
After a 15-year hiatus, students were pumped. School spirit had made a comeback.
This all had the look of early 1960. Kids gathered around a bonfire, short hair, long skirts, cheering and just basically whooping it up with fellow college mates. Think I'm kidding? Take a look. This is the 1962 homecoming parade. Kids were displaying what was to return to San Diego State some 20 years later, school spirit.
S-A-N-D-I-E-T-O! San Diego! Go! Go!
There was a short homecoming parade today, the first in 15 years. Floats, and even a queen and princesses.
I think that there is a lot more school spirit now than there was a few years ago. And I think that that is really showing itself, especially this year with our first year that we're having the parade again. And they're making a big deal about homecoming here at San Diego State. And I think it's great. And I think that in the years to come, it's going to mean a lot more.
Fraternities and sororities take most of the credit for the renewed spirit on Montezuma Mesa.
Sing like high! Woo! Yeah! 1, 2, 3, kill and destroy!
And with all this newfound school spirit, the least the Aztec football team could do is win. They tried, they always do. Let's hope the spirit doesn't die, even though the team 20 years ago used to win homecoming games. Carlos Amezcua, News 8 at the stadium.
Okay, so it was really interesting to take a look back at that San Diego State. There was a familiar face to you.
Yes, the homecoming princess, the blonde, is my sister Jill. That was in 1983. And
hi, Jill.
There she is on the right.
In the purple. There she is.
What
hi,
you
Jill.
don't see in this video is the homecoming king honorees, because they didn't have homecoming king in '83, but my sister Jill invited me to escort her.
Okay.
So for, I was a freshman in 1983, got to escort her onto the field.
All right.
And it was all wonderful. And then 3 years later, they had a homecoming court that included the guys. And I was fortunate enough to win the homecoming.
Oh, do we have pictures of that?
And here's the homecoming king. This is 1986.
Is that you?
That's me on the left.
Oh, my goodness.
That's 40 years and 40 pounds ago.
Look at that. Oh, look at the sweetness.
And the homecoming queen is Shelly Evans, who was a sorority sister of my sister Jill.
Okay.
And I was in Alpha Gamma Omega fraternity.
I see that.
After we got crowned, we walked around and took
on the court for San Diego State. That's a big deal. It's a big school.
It was a lot of fun. I was shocked. I barely qualified to be on the court.
How did they even vote for that?
It was an interview panel of about 8 or 9 different alums. And one of the toughest questions was, why did you choose San Diego State?
Okay.
And during the interview, I said, do I have to give you a straight answer? Well, yeah, we would appreciate it. It was the only school that accepted me. Because I had applied to UCLA and UC Santa Barbara and didn't get in there, so I went to State and made the most of it.
All these years later, aren't you so happy to be an Aztec?
I love my Aztecs.
Right?
Yeah. And it was great escorting my sister, and then 3 years later, being down on the field again and
that is
winning.
very
It was
cool.
Great thing.
And we know Jill's watching up in Carlsbad.
She is. Yep.
Hello. So great. Such a fun Thursday throwback.
Yeah, it was a great throwback. I was shocked when I saw my sister in the story. I'm going, oh my gosh, what are the chances of that?
Very cool.
That's pretty fun.